air suspension is standard on the hybrid, and the car rides and steers much like the other Panamera models. The added weight of the hybrid components is barely felt in most situations. There's none of the shudder over bumps or transitional roll you get with some smaller battery-filled cars, in part because the Panamera is relatively big and its battery relatively light. To us, the most interesting aspect of the Panamera e-hybrid is its braking system, which goes the complex route to feel simple. It's also the piece that could use the most work. Here the e-hybrid again takes a page from the 918's book, using a brake pedal linkage that passes through an electromechanical box of magic that is in turn connected to a master cylinder. The special master cylinder can circulate hydraulic fluid within itself instead of sending it out to the mechanical brakes, which is what it does when the brakes are in regen mode using only the motor, up to 0.3 grams of deceleration. The upshot is that your foot is always moving hydraulic fluid and, in theory, the magic box can vary brake assist force so you can't tell the difference between regen only and mechanical braking. It does that in most situations, but when the car is about to come to a stop, say, the last 10 feet or so, you get non-linear pedal force. Either it goes soft when you don't expect it to or it briefly firms up, while the brake response remains linear. Even with these faults, the system still beats most hybrid brakes. And we have some hope that the e-hybrid's brakes will improve, because 918 prototypes exhibited similar pedal feel that was smoothed out with subsequent updates. Luckily there's the available traffic jam assist to modulate the brakes in stop-and-go traffic without your feet getting involved, and it does so with no jerkiness at all. Those really concerned with how their e-hybrid stops can choose the Porsche Carbon Ceramic Brake (PCCB) option. The standard calipers and the larger ones for the carbon brakes come painted acid green, just like the ones on the 918. If you want to tone it down a little, black standard calipers and yellow PCCB calipers, okay, not that toned down, are a no-cost option. This is a marked change from Porsche's original policy on hybrid brake colors, including the 918 Spider, which originally had mandatory acid green caliper paint. You'll still see Predator blood touches around the interior, mainly on the gauges, as well as on the exterior e-hybrid badges and the Panamera 4 script on the back, the latter of which can be omitted with no-cost badge delete. The body doesn't differ from a standard Panamera's, there are no extra aero tweaks like on other hybridized models. And the interior has the same design and file of tech, including the big center display, reconfigurable gauges, mix of haptic and non-haptic center console buttons, and disappearing cup holders. The e-hybrid's price doesn't stray much from a regular Panamera 4's either. The base MSRP of the non-hybrid car is $90,650 while the 4e hybrid stickers for $100,650, or $105,150 for the long-wheelbase executive model. But when you factor in items that are standard on the hybrid and optional on the other car, sport chrono and air suspension, the price difference is $5,545. So yes, it's still a good chunk more, but the plug on the right rear fender means you may be entitled to federal and local tax breaks or rebates. And that acid green trim is priceless, whether you like it or not. If all you're concerned about is performance, the quicker and more powerful Panamera 4S is only $300 more than a 4e hybrid. It acts more like a normal car because it is as normal a car as you can buy at the price with 4 doors, a hatchback, and the looks of a sports car. But we can understand preferring the hybrid, either for the electric-only driving or the general whiz-bang neatness. Those who fall in that camp will be able to pick one up this summer.